Yo, what's up everybody? Welcome back to the channel. Today we're going to be taking a look at the Clan War Leagues here in Tribe Gaming in July of 2020. Taking a look at a couple of attacks from the first 6 days. Day 7 was really special. We're going to give that a video on its own. But let's go ahead and take a look, see how we did in the month, where did we rank in the leaderboards. Let's go ahead and jump straight into the video. Alright guys, here we are back over in the home village. Let's go ahead and before we jump into the video, I want to remind you guys, if you do want to support me, make sure you go into your settings, into more settings, scroll all the way down guys, and type in Lexnos in the creator boost code all the way at the bottom here. Even if you don't want to support me, if you want to support iTzu, Carbon Fin, somebody else, one of your favorite content creators, make sure you do that guys before you buy any gold passes, before you buy any gems guys. It really does help out the creators, so definitely do that. It's absolutely free for you to do and it helps us a lot, so thank you so much if you are supporting me. But let's go ahead and jump straight into the meat of the video here. We're going to be taking a look at how we did in the Clan War League. So let's go ahead and take a look at the leaderboards, which did just update recently. And there we go. Top clans, July 2020 season, Tribe Gaming, finishing in the top 4. Finally, we were able to do it here with 352 stars, 4 stars above the 5th place. So we did get it. Indian Clash 2, Darkest Muzan, and Nova Maldo finishing above us. Great job to them. They got a lot of stars, so impressive stuff from them. Tribe Gaming did finish 4th in the world, followed by Existence and INTZ. So overall, a nice performance by Tribe. Let's go ahead and watch a couple of attacks here, guys, to show you guys what we were tripling bases with all week long. So let's go ahead and watch the first one. Going to be by Eve Maxi here on day number 1, coming in with, if you haven't already guessed it, yes, a Zap Lalo, guys. The Zap Lalo has been really popular here in Tribe Gaming over the last couple of weeks, guys. It's the meta right now. You need to learn how to do Zap Lalo if you want to be successful against a lot of these old meta bases, especially since some people like this guy is still running 4 ground expos down south. He's going to really take advantage of that. So he's going to zap the Clan Castle, the Royal Champ, and the Eagle Artillery here all at once, get it all down right away. Not only does the zap spells, guys, get the Clan Castle down and sometimes the Eagle and that Royal Champ like this, but it destroys a good chunk of the middle of the base. And you've probably heard me say in previous videos, if you want to have a successful Lalo, if you're doing like a Queen Charge Lalo or a Queen Charge Hogs, normally you're trying to charge to get the core of the base down. That way you can create a nice L shape around for the Hogs or the Lalo. So when you do this with the zap spells, you're gutting out the core, and you've already naturally kind of made a donut shape around the base with pathing just like this. So all you have to do is break the ring with your Sui, and then you've already got an L shape. So let's go ahead and see where he's going to do the Sui. Starting off with a Ice Golem and a Royal Champ down south over here at 730 to get that air defense out of the way and hopefully some of these expos. And then another Ice Golem and his King and Queen coming in with normal wall breakers here. He's going to wall breaker fail, but he's going to pop his King ability, still be able to get through the wall. No problem at all. This is what happens when you don't have super wall breakers in the Clan War Leagues, because it's not a friendly war. And his super wall breakers were on cooldown, but luckily he was still able to get through the wall. King and Queen are going to get that single target Inferno, and then Queen is going to get this Town Hall, which is going to be really nice. And then after that, you got to decide, okay, where do you want to Lalo? So he breaks the ring here with the Queen ability on the Town Hall. And then from here, you got to think, okay, where did I break the ring? I kind of broke the ring right there. So now here's my ring that I need to Lalo around just like this. And so at this point, you want to look at the sweepers, you want to look at the scatter shots and figure out which way you want to Lalo. So the sweepers are pointing this way and pointing this way. So if you can, you want to Lalo not into the sweepers, and which you can do if you Lalo from this side right here and wrap around the base like that. You can go from behind both sweepers, which is going to be really nice. Queen's going to step up, get this archer tower, then she'll start tagging the air defense, but oh, those expos are so deadly. She's not going to be able to get all of them. And then just like I talked about, trying to Lalo behind the sweepers, which he is going to do here, starting with the Lalo on this back side over here. A few Lunars to go get those 2 expos, which cannot target air. And then the rest of the Lalo coming in from 9 o'clock. Now I want to discuss the Lalo pathing a little bit. I'm probably going to make a very detailed video about how to do Sui Lalo later on in the next few days. Let me know down below if you really want to see that video. But I'll briefly explain what he's doing here with the loons. He sends in some loons to target each defense here in the first layer with the Hound in front. Then the next group of loons going in just like this, targeting each defense carefully. You only want to drop 3 or 4 loons on each defense. When I make a more detailed video, I can explain exactly how many you want to drop, because you don't want to use too many early on and you don't want to use too little. You need to get it just right. and then more loons coming into the wizard tower, into the mortar, and stone slammer from the top side. Now what these do, these loons over here on the top left, on the wizard tower and the mortar, force the initial group of loons here to go into the core toward that scatter shot. If you don't use those loons on the top side, I'll highlight them in yellow again, these loons right here on the top side, if you don't use these secondary groups, your main group over here on the left will end up pushing outward away from the scatter shot, and the scatter shot is just going to absolutely destroy all your loons, and the Lalo is going to fail. So that's how Maxie's doing it here. You got to be careful with the loon deployment, and you also have to time it correctly so that those loons are getting these buildings on the top side right here, right about the time these loons are getting ready to move into the core, so that way it pushes them in perfectly and you can get a nice warden ability moving into that scatter shot. So that's exactly what he's going to do here. Still has all his spells, 2 freezes and 2 haste here, yeah, and so he's moving into the scatter shot. His dragons come out of the CC and his stone slammer. They're going to kill the Royal Champ. He still has the warden ability that he can use, but honestly doesn't even need it. He paths into that scatter shot so beautifully. Now he's pushing into the backside where there are a couple more wizard towers, so he is going to go ahead and pop that warden ability, especially with the tornado trap going off. And now with that last haste, moving into these last few defenses, guys, there's so many loons alive. He just did it absolutely perfectly. A beautiful Lalo here from Maxie. Moving in. Now these loons are going to path over to the last portion of the base. He has a freeze, but honestly doesn't even need that freeze. But he's going to go ahead and use it. Maxie doesn't swag that often. Still has 2 dragons alive, warden alive, 74 loons up. This one is going to be a triple, extra loon in the bag that he can use for cleanup if he wants to, if he's low on time. But he had plenty of time on this one to get the cleanup. Beautiful job with the Zap Lalo on this base by Maxie, showing you guys how to Zap Lalo like a pro, because Maxie is indeed a pro with the Zap Lalo. Very nice job by him. And so on day 1, we ended up finishing this war 40 to 34. So we did really good. Started off the week with a good win, 40 to 34. But now let's go ahead and take a look at day 2. I think, was it day 2? Yeah, this was our worst day of the week. We only got 37 stars here, so this was our only day where our hit rate was below 50%, 7 triples out of 15 attacks. But we're going to go ahead and take a look at a replay here. Actually, we did get 8 triples. I'm mistaken. We also had a 1 star this day. That's why we finished at 37. So every day of the week, we did have higher than 50% hit rate. Let's go ahead and check out the attack by Nicholas on this one. Going to show you guys Queen Charge Hybrid here on this base. Now, this was a pretty unique base. We never see this one, or at least don't see it very often, this style, with the 3 Inferno Towers on one side and the Town Hall way on the other. And all 3 Inferno Towers were on multi here, so we were a little hesitant to come in with the Lalo attack. Even though there's a bunch of ground expos, it's somewhat difficult to Lalo against 3 multi-target Infernos and 2 scatter shots, guys. It's a lot of splash damage that your loons have to handle. So he's starting off with the Queen over here at 730. The Headhunters got pulled out of the CC early, so he's going to have to drop that Rage right away and be real careful. Ooh, barely gets rid of that Headhunter before he has to pop the ability, so she's going to stay alive here. Wall breaks into this compartment on the top side. King makes a funnel on the bottom side. Queen's going to go inside, get the Town Hall here, and I think you can already see the pathing that he's making for the hybrid. King's going to get all these buildings on the outside here. Queen's going to keep on going, get the Town Hall, start going this way, and eventually be able to get the scatter shot and a few more buildings over here, just like this. And then the hybrid is going to be able to go straight in through this compartment here, and he still also has a siege barracks to use wherever the king left off. So it's going to be really nice pathing for the hybrid, at least until he gets to the back end where there's 3 Infernos and everything's going to split. But the pathing is going to be really nice for the first half of the hybrid, and he's going to be able to keep everything alive. So there he goes with the next wall break to get Queen access into that next compartment with the scatter shot and all the expos. She's going to take out the clan castle building first and the expo, and then she's going to wrap back around. He's already starting with the miners and the warden here, then the hogs in behind, and the royal champ going in next. Now he has to make a decision here. Does he pop the warden ability or does he heal? I always tell you guys, you got to think about which one's going to be best at which time. You normally want to use your warden ability when you're going against the enemy heroes, because guys, the enemy queen and the enemy royal champ do so much damage to your miners and your hogs. If you let that queen beat on your hogs for just 5 seconds, I mean, she can take out like 5 or 6 hogs. It's insane. So that's normally when you want to use the warden ability, is when you're going against enemy heroes, which is why he's going to save it for when he's about to fight this enemy queen right here, who's going to step up and start popping off on his hogs. and that's when he's going to time the Warden ability. So he goes with an early heal on this one, then he pops the Warden ability right there. So all those queen shots are doing 0 damage, and then his miners and his royal champ are going to step up, kill that enemy queen. So that enemy queen basically did nothing on defense, which is really nice. That's why you want to be careful with how you use the Warden ability. Sometimes you use a heal first, sometimes you use the Warden ability first. Just depends on the things we just talked about. Now his royal champ's going to have to pop her ability, get this middle Inferno target compartment down, while the rest of his miners path over here toward this right side Inferno compartment, get the king down, get the other Inferno. Now the wizards are moving around the outside, and guys, this one did get a little close. It did get a little close, but he's still going to get it, luckily, because he kept his queen alive. Nicely done there, keeping his queen alive. She's going to be able to finish off the rest of the base with the Warden here. Still has a couple miners and wizards over here, but they're not going to get a whole lot of value done quickly because that Tesla's going to start working on them and kill the miners off. Until the queen steps up and finally gets everything. She stays alive. Warden at full health. Skelly Trap pops, but it doesn't matter. He got everything down. Nicely done here by Nicholas with the Queen Charge Hybrid, guys. I know I said Zap Lalo is the meta right now, but Queen Charge Hybrid is still just as strong as ever, just as strong as it was before the last update, if not even stronger now with that new level 75 Queen. And now that people, once they start figuring out the base meta, are going to start using air expos again. That's one thing that made Hybrid kind of difficult in the past, was everybody was using all the ground expos, and it was really annoying to charge against a bunch of ground expos. But now there's not so many of those. But let's go ahead and jump over into day number 4. Take a look at this one. We did get the win against United AMA 38-34. Let's go ahead and check out a replay here. This one's going to be coming in from Danny with the Yeti Smash, guys. And Yeti Smash, yes, it is still working as well. These are the 3 best attacks in the meta right now, in my opinion. The Zap Lalo, the Queen Charge Hybrid, and the Yeti Smash. Danny's going to show you guys here how strong Yeti Smash still is. He's going to be using an early blimp to clear out this multi-target Inferno compartment right away. And then he's going to drop the queen with the Warden and the healers to walk from 6 over toward 3, where he's going to enter into the base over around 4 o'clock with the Yeti Smash. There go the healers. You got to be careful with these headhunters. So look, he's nice and early with that poison before the headhunters get the first shot off on the queen, but he also has to freeze because 3 headhunters, they do so much damage to the queen. It's insane how much damage they do on defense, guys. So if you're considering or trying to figure out which troops to use on defense, I really recommend trying out the headhunters. Maybe not like 5 headhunters, but at least 2 or 3 headhunters, maybe paired with a hound or some ice golems. They have been working really well for us. So now he's just going to go ahead and drop all the Yetis here. Queens will be able to make the rest of the funnel. King to make a funnel on this right side over here. He doesn't have a siege barracks because he did use the blimp super early, but a jump spell leading everything into the town hall where that single target Inferno is as well. Queen's going to get this builder hut and then meet up with the rest of the bowlers and the Yetis as they all path inside the base. A couple bowlers go on the outside, but that's okay. Pops the Warden ability here. Town hall is about to get activated. He drops the second jump, drops the next rage. Everything's going to go in, get this town hall down, get the scatter shot down. Giga Bomb does hit his troops, but luckily the Yetis stay alive because those healers are doing some work over there on the Yetis. Now he uses his Royal Champ on the right side with an Ice Golem to come get all the defenses on the flank. The reason you want to do that here on the Yeti Smash is you want you to get your Yeti Smash into the core here, but you have to keep them in the core. So you need to use troops on the outside here to get all these defenses on the outside, which is what the Royal Champ is going to do. Sometimes you can do that with the Siege Barracks, but he doesn't have a Siege Barracks on this one. So he's using the Royal Champ to get these defenses down, because if there's no defenses down over here on the outer ring, these Yetis and Queen are going to stay inside the core, and they're going to get all these buildings here around the base inside the core, which is exactly what you want. And then he has a couple of barbarians, archers, wizards like that, getting all the trash buildings on the outside to make sure he doesn't time fail. So Queen's going to step up here, pop her ability because she's getting really low on HP, but she dies through the ability because he was relying on the auto ability. That might have been a spotter error, guys. We were on voice chat and nobody told him to pop it. If he had popped the ability just a second earlier, she would have gotten the Expo, she would have gotten the Warden platform, she might have even gotten the cannon before the Scattershot killed her, who knows. But it's okay, it's still going to end up tripling. Royal Champ going to pop her ability, get the cannon, get the Warden there, the Warden platform. Now the Warden's going to step up and get the rest of these buildings down with the healers on him. There's nothing to stop him. A couple of balloons over at 9 o'clock, and we'll go ahead and fast forward through the cleanup here because it's going to be a triple. That Warden with the healers is going to be able to get the rest of the base down. So nicely done by Danny here with the Yeti Smash on this base, guys, showing you that Yeti Smash still does work indeed. And honestly, I think those are the 3 most powerful attacks right now against max bases: the Zap Lalo, the Yeti Smash, and the Queen Charge Hybrid. Just depends on what the base looks like, what you think they're trying to defend. You want to use one of the other 3 to counter it. So there we go. That's how we did here in day number 4. Let's go ahead and take a look at day number 5 real quick. We'll go ahead and watch one more replay here. We got the victory 38-29 here, so we did really good on defense in this war against this clan. Alright guys, so let's go ahead and take a look here at Itzu's attack here on day number 6. Coming in with a Zap Lalo again, guys. So we'll go ahead and take a look at one more Zap Lalo. Now this is one of those weird teaser bases. You probably see this a lot in Legends, or at least you have in the past. I don't know if people are finally starting to not use these bases anymore. But on this one, you want to get that Town Hall down super early, and he's going to come in with the Zap spells on the Scatters and the Clan Castle. Now he's not going to wake up the Clan or the Town Hall with his Earthquake, so he's going to use all 7 Zaps to kill the Scatter shots and damage the Clan Castle, and then he's going to use the Earthquake lower over here to kill the Clan Castle. The Scatter shots will already be dead from the 7 Zaps. And then he's going to Sui his heroes for the enemy heroes and the Town Hall here, and you'll see exactly how he does it. And then we'll talk about the Lalo right after he sets up the pathing. Pathing is going to be a little awkward, but we'll see how he makes it work. So there goes the Zap spells. There go the Earthquake right there, or there goes the Earthquake. King being used early. Headhunter to help him kill the enemy queen. Pops the Tornado Trap. Finds a Skelly Trap as well. King's going to kill the enemy king next. Still has one more Headhunter, but he's going to try to save it for the Royal Champ. Now the King's going to walk around the left side, get all these trash buildings. Queen's going to step up for the Town Hall, and then she's going to go to the left and get this air defense over here with her ability, which is nice. King making his way over toward the enemy Royal Champ, and he can use his Royal Champ and a Headhunter to take her down nice and easily. Now the reason he uses his Royal Champ there, if you can't tell already, he wants to get his Queen to take out this air defense and some of this trash, and he wants his Royal Champ to take out some of the trash on this side to set up some pathing for the Lalo here. And by trash there, I actually meant the defenses. So he's going to pop the Royal Champ ability as she gets locked onto by that Inferno. She gets the Sweeper. Queen got the air defense on the left side. And now let's look at what he has left to attack with the Lalo here. We'll see how he's going to take it down. He's going to start on the right side. So the 2 air defenses that are still left in the base, he has 3 Hounds, and he has to figure out how to take advantage of the air defense pathing to tank the balloons as best as possible. So he's going to come in from the right side with 1 Lava Hound, which I'll draw in yellow, going to tank like this in this line, and then the loons coming in groups like this, 1, 2, and then more groups coming in from the right side. Let's see if that's exactly how he does it here. There go the groups with the Warden. There goes the second Lava Hound coming in from this angle here, and it'll eventually path straight across the base like this, across all the Wizard Towers, and hopefully pick up some of the red bombs. Then he's dropping another group of loons right here to go straight for the air defense, and then the other group going into the Archer Tower, just like I said there. Let's go ahead and remove that. Then he's coming in with the Stone Slammer on the bottom side. Now the reason for the Stone Slammer here, he also finds a Troll Tesla, so some loons are going to come in here from 6 o'clock. The Stone Slammer is going to path this way and get all these defenses on the outside, similar to that last Yeti Smash attack that I talked about, where you have the Royal Champ on the outside getting all the defenses to keep your Yeti Smash and your Queen in the core. This Stone Slammer over here and the loons from the 6 o'clock side are meant to keep or to push the main group of loons through the core here. You don't want them getting sidetracked and going outside like this. Let me remove that last arrow. You want them going through the core so that way you can pop the Warden ability as they path through the Eagle Artillery, all these Wizard Towers, pick up all the red bombs, and push into the backside of the base, where he's also going to have his last Lava Hound that he can drop from the bottom side here to tank this Wizard Tower with a few extra loons to come in and finish the job. So let's see exactly how ItzAttack deploys it, and watch how patient he is with the spells as well. The Stone Slammer making its way down south, just like we talked about. There goes the first haste on the top side, second haste in the middle, freeze for the Wizard Tower and the Eagle Artillery, and now the Warden ability in the core in case there's any red bombs there. And as he hits all the splash at the same time, the last Lava Hound coming in from the bottom side, just like I mentioned, with the last group of loons as well to support from this angle and from this angle to come get all the defenses to keep the main group pushing through the core just like that. There they go. Now he still has 2 more spells to use, tons of cleanup minions around the base nice and early. He's going to be able to drop this last haste and freeze whenever he wants to, but honestly he has 1.5 million loons still alive. Look how many of them there are. Not much splash left. These Expos retarding the Warden, so he's going to go ahead and freeze them, but the Warden's still going to go down to that right side Expo, but it honestly doesn't matter, guys. He has so many loons alive, it's going to be an overkill. A really nice job here from ItzAttack on this base with the Zap Lalo, showing you guys just how strong Lalo can be when you use it correctly. And speaking of which, again, I want to mention again, I might be making a detailed Suilalo tutorial video. So if you guys really want to see that, let me know down below. I'm probably going to make it later this week if enough people want it. But that's going to be a nice triple there from iTzu on this base. And I think that's going to be it for this video. Day 6. I did show, I think, some of it previously. We did get the win 41-35. It was a nice war here. And then day 7 is going to be a video all on its own, probably tomorrow or the day after. We did get the victory 43-39. Guys, there were so many triples in this war. And no, they weren't easy bases. They were all real anti-3-star bases. I'll show you one, for example. Here we go, the decent maxed out base. I mean, they were all like that, all different. We're going to take a look at that in a more detailed video later this week. But let me know if you want to see that. But thank you for watching this video, guys. We still have not received the invitation from Supercell for being in the top 4. Hopefully we get that soon. Maybe by the time you're watching this video, we do get it, and I put it in one of my future videos. Hopefully, we'll see. That's going to be it for this one. Make sure you hit subscribe, and I'll catch you guys in the next video.